Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. In the last part, we were about to celebrate the rescue of Raubon when we heard of the Dravanians' advance on Ishgard. They've begun to gather for war yet again. So, we disembarked with Astinian, Alpinode, and Iceheart, or Ysael, to see if we can't stop the dragon horde from reaching Ishgard and waging war. So we are in the Forelands, so we gotta go figure out what we gotta do here. Off video, I went ahead and got all the currents in the Forelands, as well as all the ones that I could get in Sea of Clouds. There weren't very many. I think there's only like 2. I did all the side quests that had popped up here and there for the moment, so there's nothing much left but to proceed with this. Oh, there's this one too. I forgot about this. Oh, he hid this one from me. Oh, you sneaky little thing. I didn't realize you had a quest too. Alright. I dare say you're wondering about what could possibly be worse than dragons, eh? Well, I'll tell you, the bloody Nath. They're what you might get if you. They're what you might get if you cross an antling and a megalo crab and taught the thing how to walk on 2 legs. They never used to stray far from their hives out of fear of the dragons, but they've gotten a lot more aggressive of late, setting up war parties for moms in all directions. They've even taken to harassing the Dravanians in their own lairs, if you can believe it. And when they venture into the forest, which is more and more, by the way, they certainly aren't afraid to come after my lot. I can only imagine how much worse it would be closer to the Nath's home territory. Oh boy. It would seem that much has changed in Dravania. The Nath were not wont to cause such strife when I lived here. You lived here? In Dravania? Aye, 'twas in the time following the calamity. My family was dead, my home was gone, and I had fled from the bitter cold into these lands. I knew not the paths of the forest then, and wandered out from under the protection of its boughs. That was when I chanced upon Race Velgar. He had descended from his mountain lair to hunt for food. My exhausted mind could not contend with the sight of a majestic worm, nor the vision of the past his presence visited upon me. Thankfully, Marchant found my unconscious form at the edge of the trees and nursed me back to health, and in Tailfeather I remained for some time. Hence your familiarity with the locals. But I interrupted you. You were saying these Nath were once peaceful people? Peaceful would not be the most fitting description. They are a fiercely territorial tribe, and any who intrude upon their domain are attacked without hesitation or quarter. Outside the borders of their homeland, however, they were rarely hostile. Indeed, we were even able to trade with them on occasion. They have changed then. What of it? We have not the time to creep through the underbrush in some roundabout route. I say make straight for Sohm and crush any unruly insect we might meet underfoot. A more direct path then. Very well, let us follow the trail west out of the forest and make for the statue of the Stained One. From there we should have a fair view of the road that leads to Sohm, shall we? Oh boy. Alright. I'll do this quest off video. Well, I'm sure I'll be back in Tailfeather, so I mean, it's just they're right here. I'll grab them. Can't believe this guy hid this quest from me. Oh, you're hiding one too? Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, it's the red chocobos! Of course, red chocobos. Oh man. I have been working on my Grand Company rank off video, so I am a Storm Sergeant. I'm one rank away from hitting Lieutenant, which will unlock hunts for me. I just need 9,000 more seals, and I'm only at like 3,500 or something like that. Hunts are a good way to get tomes. Once we've actually hit endgame, we'll unlock more tomes that we can actually make use of. Right now, we only have access to poetics, and as of this moment, poetics are actually useless to me. There's a vista up there that I can't reach. Oversized cockroaches. I'll tell you what, I like the animation of Stone 4 and its up and Glare, which is the upgrade from Stone 4, which happens in Shadowbringers. Makes you wonder what's gonna happen with the skills in Endwalker, and see what's get up, because how things work typically with skills is some skills might get removed. Obviously some skills might get changed here and there. I'll go back to that later. Some skills might upgrade, like how Stone 2 upgraded to Stone 3 and vice versa. I just hope there isn't too much, because my hotbar won't have a lot of room for everything. Barely has room for anything what I have now. This land is ours. Alright, you Alright, cockroach. In this map, there is a... there it is. This fight, there is a big super achievement boss fight, which is right there. The Special Tarasque Force. It's a big boss, hard to kill, a lot of health. It's a giant tortoise. Should be a chance to meet the Marchand again. Remind me to thank him. Had he not warned us that to expect Nath, I doubt we would be standing here. And amid ruins that I would tentatively describe as Ishgardian, the style, if not quite identical, betrays a definite resemblance. He was Scottish eye, Mr. Alpha Node. This structure is, in fact, over 1,000 years old. It is a remnant of the age when our ancestors and dragonkind lived together in peace. You claim this as evidence of our harmonious past? I was taught that these buildings were constructed by heretics and honor your Dravanian masters. This rebel inspires no such awe in me. Stubborn fool, how desperately you cling to the false teachings of your beloved Holy See. Enough, both of you! You threaten the success of our mission with this incessant squabbling. Cecil, please pray reason with these two. The truth of the past will be revealed. Quite. Lest you forget, our goal is to prevent a war which will claim the lives of Dravanians and Ishgardian alike. In order to accomplish this, you must learn to tolerate each other's presence. Trust in Cecil's gift. In time, the secrets of history will be brought to light. Let that be enough, Estinian. You would have me keep my counsel until Cecil's visions confirm the truth? Very well, but bait me not. Our meeting with the Race Velga will likely provide the catalyst Cecil's gift requires, as it did mine. Let us press on. I'll take that and I can sell it for monies! Spy you 3 great towers to the west. Ishgardians know them as Annex Trine. This place serves as a rooster for Race Velga's lesser kindred. If we are to reach the peak of Sohm, then we must first beseech these dragons to open the way. But do not be disheartened. The one who leads them is a friend. Or of rather more concern is the disposition of the Nath. Let us survey the approach of the to the towers and see if the path is clear. That's a lovely looking structure over there. I'm assuming that's the home of the Nath. Looks like a fitting place for them. Tis as I feared, the road ahead is teeming with Nath soldiers. Marchant did not exaggerate then. These beastmen have grown brazen indeed if they would threaten dragons so openly. Do they intend to assault the lair itself? I pray they do not. Mighty though my Dravanian friends are, they are yet vulnerable to Nath's muskets. There is no route to save the one before us. Should the beastmen offer battle, we have no choice but to accept. To go around, go off the beaten path. There's more. He seems to stand a chance. All will belongs to us. What was that? I didn't hear you. Under the pile of rock that you're under. Alright. I've taken pleasure in killing the Nath. 'Twas to avoid bloodshed and I agreed to join you on this journey. Well, it cannot be helped. We may proceed into the courtyard together, but leave the task of hailing its occupants to me. And keep your lance on your back, Dragoon. On my word to the warrior of light, I shall start no fight. Only finish it. You truly are beyond salvation. Come then. Oh boy, this will be a rough meeting, especially with the standing with us. Oh, my TV's still on. No! Turn the volume down. Assuming you heard my TV. I just opened up the chat. Fuck. it off near.
おや、そこなる小さき者はイゼルではないか。グナースどもの先兵かと思うて危うく焼き殺すところであったぞ。
ああ、ビゾー・ブニル、会いたかったわ。竜と人との融和のため力を貸してほしいのです。
何やら訳ありの様子。我が輩にもよーくわかるように話すがよい。
Okay.
ふーん。ニーズヘッグとその眷属を諌めるため、我が父祖たるフレースベルグの助力を乞いたいと。
ええ、その通りです。
だが小さき者よ、我が輩は聞いておらぬぞ。こやつがニーズヘッグの竜の目を手にしておる道理を。
これはゆえあってのこと。必要とあらばお前の目もくり抜いてやろうか。
エスティニアン、これは融和のための旅路だ。
今ここでこやつを食らうのは造作もないが、我が父祖の望みは静寂。我らは憎しみ合ういずれにも組みしない。
融和と助力を求める意志は私たち自身の言葉で偉大なる竜に伝えましょう。どうか霊峰ソームアルに至る道を開き、私たちに希望を。
小さき者よ、そなたに免じ霊峰への道を開いてやってもよい。しかし今やグナースどもが呼び下ろした神から我が愛しき竜の子らを守らねばならん。使命を捨てここを離れるわけにはいかぬのだ。
まさかグナース族も蛮身を。
ではあなたたちの領域を脅かすグナース族を退ければ御身の助力をいただけますか。
ほほう、小さき者どもが同胞たる武々しい竜たちですら幾度も翼を折られ地に落ちているというに。さすれば成し遂げてみるがよい。我が輩はそれを見届けようぞ。お前たちの意志がどれほど強いものなのかを。
アルフィノの言う通り行くしかないのね。新たな戦いの芽を摘んでおくためにも。
Oh boy, we just can't get away from fighting. Wherever we go, there's always a new primal somewhere. So the Nath have set them on their god, and thus the mystery of their newfound belligerence laid to rest. Are you not glad, Lady Iceheart? I thought you would applaud them for summoning a primal to further their own ends. After all, you did. I did not reach out to Saint Shiva to further mine own ends. I desired her strength to forge anew the peace between man and dragon. But what a fool I am to speak of peace to you, a bloodthirsty savage who murders without thought or compunction. Enough, I say. If the Nath have truly brought forth their deity from the ether, we must face it together or watch our hopes fall apart. I'll not rest upon this primal's defeat. Skip. Oh no! I kept hitting the damn touchpad. Alright. Alright. I'll go talk to Marchomp. So it's back to Annex Trine. Or no, Tailfeather. And a new quest popped up over there too. See, I knew it'd be back here. You might eat the current. Oh, back already, are we? Ah, I met the Nat, did you? And what is it you'd like to... Summon a primal, you say? 7 hells. Well, I don't know bugger all about Nath religion, if I'm honest. Beyond their trait and habits, there never seemed such much point in asking. But it shouldn't be that hard to find out. From time to time, we barter with a small hive to the north and west of here. Outcasts from the main tribe, from what I understand. I reckon they'd be willing to tell you a bit about themselves if you give them the right incentives. That sounds promising. And what exactly would a Nath consider to be the right incentives? Oh, nothing your average hunter couldn't scrounge up in a day or two. But seeing as you're in a hurry, you might want to divide the choice amongst yourselves. You'll want a good-sized jar of land trap nectar, basket of Salem tree fruit, and, always a Nath favorite, a generous portion of young Nanka flesh. I shall gather the fruit. Leaping to the lower branches of these forest giants should present little challenge to me. Thou shalt collect the nectar, with Alpha Node's arcane assistance. And that leaves you to bring home the meat. You'll need to carve it out from the small Nankas that live in the rivers. 3 big hunks should be enough, I reckon. Once you've got everything together, you'll need to set it down at what we call the trading post. Here, I'll mark the spot in your map for you. Well then, let us attend to our respective tasks and reconvene at the trading post. I need to hardly add that the last one is there is a rotten Nanka egg. Oh, aren't you funny? Alright, more quests opened up. Great! Awesome, I love it. Wait, I'm dead? Surprised. The Nath are more fragile. Ugh. Alright, where's this trading post at? I was able to gather a goodly amount of nectar from the land traps, though I would not have known how to harvest it without your sales help. Do you have the knocking meat? I do. Splendid. I shall put this in with the Stunian's fruit and assemble a suitably generous looking hamper for the Nath. Well, everything appears to be in order. Assuming no one has any objections to my choice of presentation, I shall place our offerings at the trading post as instructed. Were I of the Nath, I think I would be suitably impressed. Well, how long must we wait? Should we have sounded a signal or some such? Calm yourself, Master Alphanode. Our offering has not gone unnoticed. Long has it been since hunters last came to trade, bearing gifts that filled the air with such delightful scents. Land trap nectar, Salem tree fruit, and Nanka flesh! What delectable foods have you brought us? Our meager existence is much enriched by your bounty. Come, hunters, come to our hive if you want to trade. If you trade, cramped and stifling our homes are, but the rancid incense keeps the dragons at bay. Cramped, stifling, and horribly smelly. Better just live in the stench than cracked and crunched by dragon jaws. Yes, come, it's not far. Alright, I'm following a pair of cockroaches. Your presence has been announced to the storyteller. You must speak to our chosen leader in words, for we are Vath. We are the non-mind. Alright. Welcome to our hive, hunters. You have brought delicacies much sought after by our people. We are much pleased. What would you have in return? Honored elder, pray allow me to begin by thanking you for welcoming us in your home and for accepting our humble offerings. My companions are come in search of knowledge, specifically knowledge of your people's god. Knowledge alone? What strange hunters you are! But if it's words you desire, then words you shall have. We are the Vath, the non-mind, and to speak is our fate. You will hear the tale and ask God of the one mind summoned. The one mind. These are the Nath who reside in the main colony. Yes, they are one. Connected. But let us begin the story at its beginning. Some moons ago, a single dragon flew in from the east, bleeding and weak. It fell from the sky into the hive, where it was sworn by my brethren, and with spear and spell and musket, the dragon was slain. 'Twas likely one that had fled battle with my kinsman. I should commend you for finishing the job. Dragons are fierce and terrible adversaries. The one man would always cower when their winged shadows passed over the ground, but no longer. They had learned that a battle-weary Dravanian was an easy prey. Thus did the one Overmind decide to heed the words of the black-robed men. The one mind would call forth our god and unleash his blades upon the dragons. Dravanian lands would become Nath lands, and ever larger would grow our domain. But our god ever hungers. The price he demands in crystals far exceeds the rewards of this war. We of the Vath despise and revile his insatiable existence. Ugh. Men in black, huh? I can only imagine who those could be. Alright, more quests. Great! I'll grab this. And just leave my thing for later. That would leave one, so that would leave 3 more. Okay. I call upon the power of a primal for the greater good. Conscious all the while that I do so at great cost to the land, I reason that there is a necessary evil and willingly shoulder the burden of my sin. In suggesting that such crimes can be justified, you may argue that I presume too much. But you must surely see that I am aware of the magnitude of my transgressions. Not so the Nath. They summon their deity for no greater purpose than to expand their dominion. To assign on the seventh dawn, one sworn to eliminate the primal threat. The distinction you draw seems questionable at best. But the fact remains that my own grandfather risked unleashing the power of the 12 in an attempt to prevent the calamity. Thus, while I may not condone your actions, I at least understand them. Not so the Nath, as you so rightly put it. If they truly seek naught but territorial gain, I can only conclude that they are ignorant of the ruinous consequences of their god's insatiable appetite. The longer this primal is suffered to exist, the greater the suffering it will cause. It must be destroyed. How lightly you propose the destruction of this god, Master Alphanode, being whom we know not. Has it occurred to you that you may be sending the word of light to her death? No, you have the right of a Justinian. It would seem it is I who am guilty of presuming too much. Pray forgive me, Cecila. I do not fear my duty. Wait, Cecila needs not face this foe alone. Like her, I am blessed with the Echo's protection, made to battle without fear of primal influence. Let me bear this burden. Ha! Do you truly imagine yourself a second warrior of light? Remind me, how many primals have you faced, my lady? Not that it matters. We know not where this god resides, or how to challenge it. Unless you mean to pray up until it appears. Justinian makes a valid point. Let us speak with the Vath and learn how to best secure an audience with their deity. In this, at least, I may be of assistance. The young lord certainly seems eager to prove his worth. Oh, what's up, Bat? Working again? We are Vath, and we are the non-mind. We do not hear the one-mind's thoughts. We cannot predict their will. That tells me a whole lot. Thanks. You wish to meet our god? Offer yourself as a sacrifice, and you'll soon be brought before him. We would mourn the loss of such generous hunters, however. You all are very helpful. No, it's not Outriders. Put this idea from your minds, generous hunters. If you meet with our god, then he'll have your souls. Surely you're not so generous as that. Alright, none of this is helping me. You're generous hunters, yes. Many gifts you have brought, but not enough for all of that to enjoy. Maybe you could bring us just one more? We are very fond of Nanka flesh. Yes, the meat of a young Nanka would make a fine repast. Really? I came here for information on how to... I can't download it yet. I gotta wait for a couple days. I can't transfer any more money in my account. I'm at my limit. I gotta wait until I gotta wait a couple days. At least mobile transfer. I'd have to go to a bank if I want to move stuff over, but I don't feel like going to the bank because the nearest PNC bank for me is like 30 minutes away. No, I have my own card. No one's connected to my card. I'm only allowed certain... Call an Uber, yeah. We've had to enjoy our Nanka flesh. Have you been out hunting yet? Another gift for the Vath? So unexpected. Yes, you'll have more of the words you strange hunters hunger for. Now listen now. Senses of the one man are enmeshed by the overmind. What one sees, all sees. What one feels, all feel. Alert a single Nath and the whole hive is alerted. To reach our god undetected is all but impossible. Well, I guess that was helpful. But yeah, I'm only allowed a certain number of transfers through mobile a month. The Vath are wont to allude to certain concepts of explanation, but I believe I'm beginning to grasp a few of the fundamentals. From what I understand, the king-like overmind sits at the center of the nest society, and its presence somehow allows its subjects to communicate without need of a word or gesture. These Nath, the ones who inhabit the larger hive, are known as the One Mind, and it was by their combined will that the Primal was summoned. Those who reside in the smaller hive, however, are the Vath, and are the non-minds who, for reasons yet escape me, seem to have been excluded from the telepathic bond which connects their Nath counterparts. Thus are the Vath ignorant of the One Mind's thoughts and intentions, and of the nature of their own god. In summary, we've wasted our time. Not so. Perilous though it may be, the Vath did furnish us with one certain method of approaching the Primal, by sacrifices. Should we allow ourselves to be captured in the environs of the colony, the Nath would bring us before their deity would make an offering of our souls. That doesn't sound very good. Forgive me, but let's be clear about what it is that we propose. You mean to say that you would deliberately provoke the Nath, surrender yourself into what might generously be termed their custody, and then wait until their god arrives to claim your soul? Aye, that fairly well describes my plan. You'll join me in this endeavor, will you not, Cecil? Judging by the great risk you took to prevent the summoning of St. Shiva, you are not a woman to err the side of caution. Would that I could fight your side, Warrior of Light, but the power of the dragon is no protection against primal influence. Forgive me, but I must remain here with Master Alphanode. Then it's settled, Cecil. Cecily, you and I shall challenge the guards at the entrance of the colony. Once the hive is roused, we shall feign a brief show of resistance and allow them to take us prisoner. This sounds like a very bad idea. I forget, I can't fly. Oh look! More ether current quests popped up. 1, and then 2 over there. Which would make mine one I have now 3, so there's just 1 story quest that's associated with it. Oh. That's a fate. These are fate enemies. I don't feel like sinking myself down to this. Sir! Intruders, your lives are forfeit. The Overmind must by now be aware of our intrusion. Let us press on into the hive and ensure that we have our host's undivided attention. This can go very bad very fast. Well, I might as well kill you. Kill the intruders! Oh. Okay. Alright. That should be sufficient. If we did not have our host's full attention before, we must surely have it now. Our audience of the primal may be granted soon after our capture. Pray advise me once you have stewed your mind for the battle to come. This is still a bad idea, but... Lord of the Hive. You're prepared then? As prepared as I'm going to be. Hold here, Cecila. When the Vath come, we offer no resistance. Surrender, intruders, there is no escape. Enough! We surrender. We throw ourselves upon the mercy of your god. Yeah, cockroach style. That's an ugly picture. I don't want to imagine it. They seem eager to proceed. Good. When they take us before their lord, pray to leave matters to me. If what I know of summoning rituals holds true, I shall be well placed to act. Mark the sound of river rushing through the ravine behind us. Passing loud, is it not? I imagine the loud noise would serve to mask our escape should we need to withdraw temporarily. But you are prepared, are you not? I do so hope so. If I were to be dragged away for sacrifice while you're haggling over the price of potions, I should not be amused. Huh. Alright. What's waiting for me in here?
ここまでのところは思惑通り。
大いなるグナースの群れは未来切り開く者に呼びかける。勇ましき者、武を誇りしし、群れを導く神、武神ラーバナ、舞い降り。 たちよ、なぜに我を呼ぶ。輝ける武神よ、我らが領土を侵した人を捕らえましてございます。その初段について伺いたく。ほう、人がグナースの地に。
グナースの神ラーバナよ、我らにグナースの領土を脅かすつもりはない。ただなぜ竜と戦うのか、それを御神に問うため訪れたのだ。
これは奇妙なこともあったものよな。人がグナースの戦いに口を挟もうとは。人もまたドラゴンと戦うと伝え聞くが、さては同盟のちぎりでも求めに来たか。
いいや違う。我らは竜と人との争いを止めようとする者。故にグナースと竜との戦いも望んでいない。グナースはこれまで静かに暮らしてきたはずだ。なぜ今になって御神を呼び出してまで戦うのか。
愚かなことを。戦いとは生の営みに他ならぬ。グナースは人とドラゴンが争う陰でひたすらに耐え忍び、そして牙を研いできたのだ。両者が傷ついた今こそが千載一遇の好機なり。我はグナースらが恐れなく生きるためドラゴンを切る。その願いによって生まれた武の神だ。
なれば武によって語るのみ。武神ラーバナよ、我らと勝負せよ。そして我らが勝利したならばドラバニアの竜に対する狼藉をやめよ。
人にもまたかように豪気な者がおったか。面白い。この武神ラーバナ、お主らの挑戦を受けてたと。しかして我が勝利した暁にはお主らの魂を奪い我がつわものとする。依存あるまいな。
承知。ならば私から参る。人の身に神を呼び下ろしたというのか。約束をたがえることなどなかろうな。 武士ラーバナよ。
無論だ。武神に二言なし。受けて立とうぞ。
これほどとはクリスタルが足りなかったか。
神の力をもってしてもやはり人はこの程度か。さてお主はどうする。あくまで戦うか。その息合いよし。かかってくるがいい。
This bitch had the power of Shiva, yet she couldn't do shit with him. God, she sucks. Alright, let's see if we fare any better. Without the power of a primal helping us out. good. Oh, they're off the map. They're gone.
らその力見事なり。
All right. Well, that was fun. Your god's dead. Your oversized cockroach is no more. Yeah, you better run.
さすがは光の戦士。私よりも数段上の実力のようだ。これが希望を託された者との差か。
You had Shiva backing you up and you still lost.
武神ラーバナは義を通す蛮心に思えた。これでしばらくはむやみに戦を仕掛けるようなことはあるまい。さあ、微増ブニルの元に戻ろう。
Alright, give me all these bug infested lands. Where are we going? We're going to a dead end. Oh, it's this guy. Ah, Brea's back.
やってくれるではないか、光の使徒め。しかし恐れと怒りの感情が存在する限り、神を呼ぶ声が静まることなどないと知れ。神との争いきたれり、貴様らにはさらなる混沌が訪れるだろう。
The Asians are once again watching us. Never since we first fought have I seen you draw upon the full extent of your power, and ever from afar to this day. You are a marvel to behold, Sisla. Well, 'tis time we rejoin our companions. They'll be eager to hear the tale, and to continue our journey. Oh look, a quest popped up over there. I'm going the wrong way. Alright, now that we're back, I can turn this quest into you so I can get my current. Cecil, what do you say? I think the 12. Lord Ravana, you say? How curious that the Valve will never mention his name. And you're quite certain that he'll not keep his word. There was honor beneath his savagery. That we survived the encounter at all was a miracle. A miracle I must attribute to Cecila. Never did I doubt you, Warrior of Light. Unlike some, you were gone so long that Astra Alpha Node hero and now he lost his wits with worry, fretting like a maid for her sweetheart he was. Estinian, was it truly necessary? Not truly necessary, but certainly true. What matters is that the primal is banished and our promise fulfilled. We should return to Vidofnir and without delay. Lest you forget, this was but a means to secure an audience with the worm race of Elgar. Nidhogg's minions will not be halted by idle chatter. Come now, we must make every moment count. You are unkind, Estinian. For all his experience and intellect, Alphino is still but a boy. I got a phone call. Alright, well, I didn't expect to unlock the Beast Tribe already so soon. Well, not you, I'm not talking to you. I thought it was I believe this is the final story mission in this area. Shall we be on our way to Annex Shrine then? I would not have the dragons think that we have forgotten our bargain. Alright. I'm not gonna be doing the other Ether side quests on video as I did with the Western Highlands. But I will grab them. This is above, isn't it? Vidofnir! Thou art returned, little one. Hast thou abandoned thine ill-conceived contest with the Nath? Nay, my friend, we return in triumph. By Cecil's hand was the beastman's god, Lord Ravana, laid low. In his overconfidence, the promise swore to withdraw his followers from your lands in the event of his defeat. A promise we believe he will keep. The Nath shall trouble you no longer. The deity is slain then? How didst thou contend with his biting blades? But the particulars matter not. Thou hast fulfilled thy promise, and I shall fulfill mine. Attend me, mortals. Hie you into the deepest reaches of Morn. There shall you find Halo, the altar from which you may begin your ascent to the summit of Sohm. But be fairly warned, the minions of Nidhogg shall not lightly suffer your presence on that sacred mount. By your struggles within the cavern shall I judge your party possessed of sufficient fortitude to proceed. We shall not disappoint you, Vidofnir. If memory serves, the Cavern of Mourners enter from the second floor of the central tower. Let us begin the climb. It's a long climb. talk to you so I can grab my ether quest. There's a lot of quests that popped up in here. Oh. No, they're all kind of all over the place. I want to get flight before I knock out all these side quests. Make it easier to get around. Aha, there's a vista. Can't remember if it's prey or lookout. It might be prey. Yeah. Well done, little one. As promised, I shall open the way to Sohm's summit for thee and thy companions. Heed me now, children of man. The domain you seek to enter hath not seen visitors of your kind in nigh on 1,000 years. Though I freely grant you passage, your presence will not be welcomed. To my kin, this mountain is revered as holy ground and resting place both. Where you, the minions of Nidhogg, during your ascents, and for 'tis certainly shall take great offense at your intrusion. We're grateful for your warnings, gentle Vidofnir. My final words are for thee, Dragoon. Have care to keep the stolen power thou wieldest in check, lest it breed further despair. Justinian? The way is open. Let's not hurry here. A moment. Shall we blindly forge on, knowing the dangers that await us? Tiamat herself is said to guard this peak. I do not fear Nidhogg's consort. Any dragon foolish enough to bar our path shall feel the sting of my lance. Spoken like a true butcher. Need I remind you that we are here to come to parley at peace? Let us be clear, heretic. 'Twas to save Ishgard and her people that I first lent my support to this doubtful venture, and 'tis for their sake that I go now to speak with the right Svelgar. But I said nothing of Tiamat. Should the opportunity present itself to rid my people of one of their deadliest enemies, I shall take it. This is my duty as your dragoon. You are beyond redemption. We will accomplish nothing but bickering. We are here to meet Race Velgar. Our path leads up to the mountain. We shall defend ourselves of attack, but avoid conflict wherever possible. What other choice do we have? Alright, the next dungeon's unlocked. I don't know. No. Oh man. Well, actually, I'll go through it so I can get the next area unlocked, so I can actually do stuff off video over there. I was gonna save it for the next part, but It'll save me the hassle of plus I still got a little bit of time. This dungeon isn't particularly long, in theory. Sohm. It's a party of Lalafels. For the tank to actually targets something, so I can actually, you know, do shit. It's the one downside of having the target macro on your DPS skills, because if the tank doesn't target anything, you can't do shit. Supposed to kill the ads before they get to the middle, but a lot of people just rush through these bosses. Take this for assuming I want him. We'll take it for Grand Company seals. So far, so good. Feels like it should be out of range on this thing. Can't remember. It was blue. I think blue is a wave. And red stack. Yeah. It's the blue and you have to get away from people. This is one, the big green one. That will like hurt everybody, but a lot of people tend to ignore it. Which seems like what's happening here. Yeah. Oh boy. That would have killed me. Heal. Read all that. Will they win anything? Probably not. I got one. I'm on one of the three. I don't get many seals out of it, but hey, it's better than nothing. I need like 6,000 seals to go up in rank, so I can actually unlock hunts. Ugh. All right. You dare intrude upon the sacred mountain, my jaw shall run red full of blood of men. I will beg to differ. Dragon threat is gone. Alright, well that was... I'll take the gear then, leaving a good impression. I didn't even leave any good impressions. I guess they... Oh, because the combinations, never mind. I'm thinking about the other... What was this? Is one of my crystals getting light again? Oh. Cool. Making progress getting the light back in my crystals. 4 more to go. Cecila. it would seem Tiaman was the last, since no other dragons nearby. Besides that, what is happening? Nidhogg, he roars. He knows we are here then? His fury, it bleeds through the eye. Fear not, I am yet my own master. But that damned worm's wrath burns hotter than flame. Come, the heart of the dragon's homeland yet lies before us. Thus do we add another link to the chain of vengeance. Oh, Saint Shiva, when will it end?
霊峰ソームアルを踏破し、その頂に立った冒険者たち。彼らが目にしたのは、雲海に浮かぶ美しい浮島の数々だった。かつて人と竜とが共に暮らしたという雲上の世界に、光の戦士たち一行は1000年ぶりの来訪者として訪れたのだ。
The Charting Mist. This is the one area that I've been talking about that sucks going through on foot, especially if you're looking for all the currents and doing all the side quests. Without even with flight, it's still a pain in the ass to knock out all the side quests because there's a lot of side quests in this area, and it all pertains to what we're going to be encountering up ahead. Well, most of the time. We reached it at last, this peak of Sohm. 'Tis said to be the highest mountain in all of Eorzea. You know, I thought I'd called in Korthus, but the area here carries the chill of a dozen winters. Nice. Alright. This area is ripe with Moogles, and a majority of the side quests here are all Moogles, and they're a pain in the ass. Oh, but that's it for this part. I need to go back to the Forelands, knock out all those side quests, and get my flight for that area. So, when we come back, we will progress into a new area. I will also get the whole area, at least what I can mapped out. I'll get all the currents I can get, and then we can continue the story when we come back. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you then. Later.